Hey everybody, what's going on? We're waiting for the guest of honor to get here, but we got anybody in here right now? We got four watching. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this little video or this little live stream. Oh, there's a guest of honor. There he is.
I made it.
Yeah, I
I
just
literally,
telling the three folks that we got watching. We're gonna do this little live stream. I picked up this Dana, and since you know more about them than I do, I'm going to go ahead and take it apart, and we're going to go through what I would need to what I'm going to need, and see what you think about my purchase. And then after that, we're going to open it up for everybody.
cool. God dang it.
All right, let me get the camera down.
I literally just finished eating dinner, by the way.
Yeah, me too. I just
I
shut the
started.
heater off.
Look at that beautiful big booty.
Big son bitch. Does everything look okay to you so far?
Well, the cover doesn't have a brake line tab, so you know it's definitely not out of a car.
Yeah, yeah. I know it's a truck. I know it is.
Those, you see those two holes on either side of the cover?
Oh, is that what they use a case spreader for?
That's where the case spreader goes. Hey,
Okay.
Raker. Hey, Mopar Man 78. Hey, Rob. I'm going to need you to actually measure those holes because they look smaller than a Cardana.
Um,
Don't do it right now. You can do it later.
Well, I can do it right now. Tape measure should be right up there by you, honey. She's
All
manning the
right.
controls tonight. Like measure like
I meant
that.
like with a pair of calipers, but yeah, the
Oh,
diameter.
okay. I can give you an idea. They're a little well, they're about 3/4 of an inch,
Thank you, Donovan.
roughly.
The
I'm
factory
gonna
grill in the
start,
pan looks so much better.
I'm gonna start taking bolts out.
Do it. Hey Joe, how you doing? I haven't heard back from you, man. I've been parts to Dad's van. Been waiting on hearing what we're gonna end up paying for a bunch of them parts because we need those parts. We have a Chris Albrecht in the house with Topping Mopars. Fantastic show, by the way.
Oh yeah. Oh, this was. You're gonna think I did this, but I didn't.
You did
They
it.
even have a gasket on this.
They didn't?
Nope.
Oh, that's wonderful.
See, that looks like an open rear end to me.
That's an open rear end.
Yeah. Damn, I don't want to turn either.
Really?
It's pretty free, shouldn't it?
It should be. Try and turn it with just the ring gear should be easier to turn.
Yeah. Um,
That should literally just.
it
All right.
ain't
Well,
moving at all.
turn it with the pinion.
Huh? Oh, try
Turn it with.
moving up the pinion. Yeah, that ain't moving at all.
That's not
I
good.
may end up giving
Joe,
it
I
back to the guy.
Joe, I did email you a picture of the list, like you said. I can text it to you if I still have it. I'm glad we got along here now. That's already a bad start.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's a double bad start because one, it's an open rear end.
Yeah, and I was told it was something else, and I'm gonna be telling the guy about it.
Yeah, because that's going to cost you X amount of dollars to fix,
Yeah.
and everything with a Dana is more expensive than an 8 3/4.
Well, I'm just gonna tell him, hey, it's gonna cost me an extra hundred something dollars. You got screwed. I don't. If anything, I'll just give it back to him and find me an 8 3/4.
Honestly, dude, after we found out about how it's not the length you were promised, and now
That's
it's,
not that big a deal, though. The length isn't that big a deal.
yeah, it's more money you got to spend, and there's no brakes on it, Jay Russell.
No, I've got brakes for it, though.
Yeah, there's no brake drums on it. That it should turn. It was supposed to have a. This is going to be a quick live.
Yeah.
My opinion, give it back. Get
I
an 8 and
might.
3/4.
I might call the guy here in a minute. Have you guys handle the live for a second? I'll be like, look, this thing's an open rear end and don't fucking turn.
Yeah,
It's
go
not.
ahead and go do that. I'll handle chat. I'll act like it's my live stream.
Okay.
Chris
How you guys
Ulbrich
doing?
says 8 3/4.
Yeah, but it is a Dana, though.
A Dana is unbreakable. An 8 3/4 is really tough, but nothing beats a Dana. Nothing.
I'm just curious as to why it won't move.
Yeah.
That bothers me.
The 8 3/4 will have less.
Unless they never really set it up and they just put this stuff in here, which I could fucking see.
Oh, someone shoot Rob a link. Rob and I'll chat. The 8 3/4 will give him less parasitic loss, which will be good with a small block. But as far as in the future, if he goes big block, that Dana will be unkillable.
I would like to spin this
John
damn thing and see
Wilburn
what
is in
gears,
the
see if
house.
the
That
gears are
Dana
even
is out
in
of a truck.
there.
Not all Danas came with sure grips. A lot of pickups had peg leggers.
Oh yeah.
God dang it, what was I gonna do? Oh, I was gonna email this parts list to Joe. Crap stick. Sorry, this kind of this derailed really fast, guys.
Yeah. But you know, shit like this happens though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is
This
basically
is
what
what
happened with
happens
that.
when this is what happens when people buy stuff and somebody tells them something and they take somebody's word for it.
Yep.
You know, the guy who sold this to me, I know him. He's not going to intentionally screw me, but he was told that this was measured for early B body, which it's not. And he told me that it was a sure grip, which it's obviously not. And he told me it had 410 gears. And I mean, the gears, everything looks new in here, though.
It does. It looks really clean.
It looks really new. Well, these spider gears are worn in here. But this right here looks new. This ring
And see,
gear looks new as hell.
if that was set up, that should have grease on it for telling the wear pattern.
Well, they probably never set it up. They probably just put the shit in here and then
That's
we're
probably
gonna
why it won't turn. It's probably damaged if they just threw it together.
yeah.
If those bolts are tight, if your cap bolts are tight, that's not good.
Well, let's see. What size are those? 3/4?
I think so.
It should be more than my little gun would take off if they were tight.
Joe, JK, Joe Kent, you have a picture inbound to your phone, my friend. Hang on, Rob. I'll send you a link here in a second.
I thought you sent the link. Go ahead, send Rob the link. Just put the link out in chat. Ugh. But this is what you get when you buy used parts.
Yep. Well, it's kind of 360 I got for that.
That should be a lot more torque than that, I would think.
Yeah. I can't remember what the torque spec is on those, but yeah. Hey, Rob.
Hi. Let's see.
Yeah, that
cap's
not Mopar Man 78 says private salvage yard here close to me has at least 4 C-body 8 3/4 and some of they're just housing. Old guy Jerry runs the place is budget friendly.
Let's see.
I think we'll probably be able to come. Brian will probably be able to come with an 8 3/4 closer to him pretty easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't mix those caps up. They
No,
go
I'm
on
not.
that way. Yeah, it's just like a main cap.
Yeah, that should be tighter than that. So maybe it was just put together loose. I don't know, but like you said, you got to do the case spreader thing. Why would somebody just put it together loose?
Yeah, if that centerpiece comes out easy, then yeah, it's not set up at all. Because you're supposed to spread that case to drop it in right.
Yep. I'm just wondering if without that it'll turn. No, it's still. That's weird.
Hmm.
Can you turn the pinion at all, dude?
No.
Then the thing is probably bound up, like Jed said.
Well, and there's no grease at all. There's literally nothing. There's no assembly lube, nothing in that rear end. Is there a wear pattern at all on that ring gear, Brian?
No.
Nothing.
There's nothing on that.
I don't like that dude at all. I don't like that at all.
Which
Looks like
yeah, that ain't coming out real easy.
what if you pull the active out?
They didn't even check to see the wear pattern or nothing with what it looks
Well,
like.
it was not set up to run. I know that. I know they
set up the roll.
were going to do something with it, but they didn't. Was the whole thing. So maybe this isn't even. I don't even know if this is tight.
Yeah, and that's too many bad vibes for me, man. And
Yeah. It's too many wrong things for me.
yeah, I mean, your budget's not going to allow for you to buy all the parts necessary to make that thing what you want.
Yeah.
Because a track lock or even springing for the spool, it's more money than we had talked about you allotting for. So
Spool's cheaper than a track lock, though. Spool's a lot cheaper. Spool's only like $125.
Not on tires, not on axles, not on driving the damn thing.
Rob, we discussed this. This isn't a street car. It's a race car.
That you're going to drive on the street to Sexton.
No.
hang on. Before you two start, hang on. Joe, I will talk to Dad about the price. I think we won't have an issue doing that. Shoot us a bunch of pictures so I can show it all to Dad, but I'm sure we'll be able to do that for you, man. I appreciate you. Okay, you guys can go back to arguing streetcar versus race car.
Yeah, he'll be getting this back.
That sucks, man. I'm sorry.
That's all right. It happens.
Yeah.
At least I didn't shell out a bunch of money to somebody I didn't know, and then because that's happened before. That happened all the fucking time.
John Wilburn, this rear end is not going to be built now because it was not what Brian was promised.
Nope.
But Brian, yeah, Mopar Man 78, he's down in Branson area. He said he's got some 8 3/4.
I got a guy I could go tomorrow and pick up an A-body 8 3/4 from if I wanted to.
There you go.
I know a guy that's got a bunch of them.
And I'll go ahead and say this, as far as anybody who thinks that, building that truck Dana would be cheaper, I actually did the price breakdown of sending like that rear end to like Mosier and having it cut down. And that's the reason why I went ahead and bought a built Strange Dana 60, because it was like $300 more or something. All of a sudden, it wasn't.
If it was actually in my budget, I would just order a fucking Dana from Strange and be done with it.
Yeah.
Dude, I said put a breaker bar on that thing and get it to turn.
I wouldn't.
I don't want to fuck it up because I'm giving it back.
Yeah,
What do you care if you give it? What it was screwed up when you got it? What do you care if you give it back screwed up?
Nah.
yeah, we don't want to do that. Brian's buddy didn't try to screw him. His buddy got screwed.
Yep. And I'll call him tomorrow and I'll take it back over. And he can deal with the guy he got it from.
Probably should have took pictures of it. Actually, yeah, take some pictures internally, Brian, for you put all those back in. Just so you can prove what's inside. Wow.
Like, are the ring and pendant actually like nothing?
Yeah, I see him down there. Well, I can't really see real good.
They're probably slammed into one another.
They probably
It's,
ooga the pinion nuts down
The
hard.
pinion actually looks like it's awful.
Yeah. My faith in
It
humanity.
actually looks like it's canted to one side, but I feel it fall just like this. Yeah.
Yeah, JK, the earlier Dana 68 and earlier were 23 spline. That's what the Dana is we built for Dad's car that was in Jezebel. Might be 69 too. I know 68 and earlier for sure was 23 splined axles. Which I'll tell you, those splines are beefy. I don't know how you could ever break those. I don't really know why you need 30 or 35, but they went to it, so. But that Dana would for certain be the finer spline count. If only that smell really did permeate because there's no gear oil in that rear end and there hasn't been
No,
problems.
it doesn't even have the smell. I'm upset. It doesn't even have the smell.
Well, you better go crack open a bottle of gear oil.
I'm gonna go crack open this 7 1/4 I got back here just so I can get the smell.
You should just take things apart just for fun.
Did you ever check to see if your 7 1/4 had a sure grip in it?
No.
Maybe that's what we can do to salvage this.
Yes, I agree.
No, I don't know. It's still all fucking hooked up to the leaf springs and shit.
It weighs about a third of the weight of that Dana. You can just carry it over.
And it probably rolls if you put tires on it.
Over here.
Yeah, just roll it over here.
You and me? Same people that got it on the jack stand?
There's no room for the 7 1/4 with the leaf springs with everything I've got here. I've got a tripod right there and a heater right there. No, what is bullshit?
Yeah, we can go on to bullshitting it. That was much faster than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, considering I ain't gonna buy it.
Yeah. That sucks, man.
Excrement happens.
Oh yeah, happens all the time.
Just like urine.
Glad I didn't decide to do this last minute. Ugh. So yeah, anybody wants to jump in? Come on in. Who's in the chat?
Yep, the door is open.
Yeah, throw a link up.
That's disappointing. I won't be able to get over that. I'm not going to sleep tonight.
Dude, Brian,
Wow.
here's what you do. You got any black paint?
No. Why? What do you want me to do?
I say doll that thing up and then turn around and sell it back to the guy.
doll it all up and just sell it. Just move my shit on to the next person. Pass my.
No, back to the other guy. Like, hey man, the one you gave me worked out real good, and I scored this one, man. Just this trade, I'll give you. You give me what I got in the other one for this one.
Nah, he didn't do it on purpose.
Okay.
Hey, Jay Ray. Welcome.
In fact,
On
he's
this rapid
smart to
transit.
do it
How
on
you guys
purpose,
doing?
but is what it is. What if I can spin this thing around without?
Yep, that thing ain't even
I
machined.
don't move at all.
Yeah, it's not even machined for opinions number.
Which I could deal without.
Or weld one on.
Or put ladder bars on.
Hey, William. The
All right.
link is in chat for anybody who wants to hop in. It's not a super exclusive club. If you want to come in and hang out, I think that's what the goal is for
Look at that
tonight.
beautiful red car there before anybody else said it.
Brian's favorite color.
All right, go ahead and make me normal size now. Hit that the one that we were on before. Yep, that one.
No, keep Brian huge.
No, I don't want to be huge. I don't want to be huge.
What's wrong with huge? We should make Rob huge.
Look,
Why?
Rob's mad now. He can see it. He can see I didn't hang the Jags banner yet. It's been really cold here. This is the first
I
time
see
I've been
excuses,
out.
dude.
Mopar Maniac, you do need a snubber with super stock springs. That's the whole point. That's kind of why that snubber is there.
Hi, Richard.
Did I miss someone?
Hey, at least these. Well, hey, let's see if these turned out all right. Oh.
Old man sounds. What's up, man?
Oh shit!
Welcome.
No, there ain't nothing wrong with it when my jack stands too far forward.
Ugh,
Good.
after another.
That one over there is not though.
Yeah, test fit it on that side. The Dana came out of a truck, came from one of Brian's friends, and his friend who bought it got lied to.
Yep, and he can deal with the guy who lied to him.
Brian's location, that's up to him if he shares that.
There's a lot of corn.
Lots of corn.
JK wants to know your location, state.
Illinois is very close to St. Louis.
It was a truck 60, yeah. I wasn't lying, Rob. This bad boy does sit on my desk.
That's fancy. You need to use it, dude.
No, we used the cheap stamp steel one that O'Reilly's actually brought in that was right. I'm proud of this little sucker.
I need to make one of those for me.
Yeah.
But I need a
Well-
special one. I need a tall one.
There
I
you
can
go.
make it taller.
I need the base to be taller.
Oh, the base?
Yes.
Oh,
Kind of like
as
a
tall as
Magnum. Think of like a Magnum filler neck. That's 6
Oh.
inches long.
Damn. Well, unfortunately, my aluminum is only ½ inch thick. That sheet I got, so
Yeah, I get it.
I have a thick piece. Let me see. Let me think. How could you do that?
The hard part would be doing the profile.
Yeah, that would be that's mill work right there.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
I've got a buddy with a CNC mill.
And we got a whole bunch of them at work. I just need to have some time.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I just pull up a chair and yes with everybody.
Sure did
So,
look like that.
Ruben, jump in here, Ruben.
Yeah. 8 3/4 for a B body would be a little wide, but it could be cut down. But I think our measurements we were going off, I think, and was going to want a B body length rear end to clear everything.
Yes,
66,
yeah,
67 is the closest, the narrowest B body rear end.
that's the
Yeah.
one I'm going for. Well, it's, what was it, 60?
I got the measurements here. We were doing the 64 to 7, 54 and a quarter, which is not a whole lot narrower than the 68 to 70, but it'd be enough to clear your monster tires and wheels.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Is I don't want the wheels. I don't want the tires to rub on the leaf springs, and I really don't want to inboard the leaf springs. That's just more work.
Just take the spring perches off of that parts car that you're getting, and just weld them on the inside of the frame rail.
I'm getting that part. Did you want something off? You wanted something off that parts car, didn't you?
Yeah, wipers, and AC controls if you have them. If that was an AC car.
I don't know if that was an AC car or not. I'll know more later this week. I'm thinking about going and getting it later this week.
Yeah, I'm in no rush.
I didn't pay attention to the firewall to tell you if it was AC or not.
I don't think he ever had the hood up.
I've got pictures from Brian.
Oh, you've got that inside scoop.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I got to scroll high enough up in the Discord. Why is the picture sideways?
Just rotate the screen.
Just don't share the pizza pictures.
Oh, Rob's favorite shape of pizza? They're oddly phallic shaped.
Phallic-shaped pizza.
I was Google, dude. I just found that stuff on Google, and I thought you'd appreciate it. That's all that is.
Oh, the picture's too teeny.
Oh damn! Everything's going to shit. Hey, plug that in for
See
me.
it. The stuff we share in our Discord, jeez.
Oh,
Uh,
I think we'd all lose subscribers if they were in our Discord.
well, we'd either lose them or we would gain a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Depends on their sense of humor. Brian, you've got questions.
I have questions. Bring them up on the screen, honey.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and answer that one. This is a sore subject for me.
I am not, well, I don't know if I want to divulge what I'm running on.
I had Brian convinced to go that route.
Well, you sort of convinced me. I'm actually starting to lean back now. What I really want to do, if my budget allows it and time allows it. That's the two things that I'm fighting against right now. Is my budget and time. I'd like to go ladder bars, but people are telling me not to. But I would like to go leaf springs and ladder bars.
Hello, William.
Hey,
What's up, William?
If Brian was going to keep that Dana, I don't know what gear he's going to run, but he's not keeping the Dana. We're kind of off the Dana subject.
Yeah, no, I'm not keeping the Dana. It's just gonna cost me too much money to do it. I could buy a 8 3/4 housing for a lot less money than I'm spending on this, and then have everything set up. And then if I did want it to be street car or race car, I could change the chunks out.
I'm with Andy Wood in the comments, leaf springs and cow tracks.
All day.
That's what I have.
All day.
When I was having issues with my super stock springs, I called
Albert.
Albert Cash Jr. because I do business with him, and I asked him, Herb, what do you guys do? And he told me they run extra heavy duty leaf with cow tracks. They don't mess with super stock springs anymore.
What's up, Jay?
how you doing, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Good.
So the Dana didn't work, huh?
Nah, it ain't gonna work out. It ain't what the guy I bought it from was told.
Misrepresentation.
Yes, misrepresentation.
We do have an 8 3/4 up here.
A body or
It's B body, 66.
That's the good one. That's
what
what
do
you
you
need.
want? What are you asking for?
I'll ask Jason.
Okay.
That's actually his. He pulled it out of the satellite that he got his 318 poly out of.
Okay. That's actually what I'm looking for.
So
Tell him he'll trade him a Dana for it.
Okay, give a data for it.
yeah, that wouldn't work so good for us right now.
So what's he putting in his satellite?
He's got one in his. I was actually potentially going to keep it for if depending on how it works out. I may keep it for my duster if I swap the 8 3/4 from my duster to my dart. But
I am going to be coming into a few duster parts.
What's that?
I am going to be coming into a few duster parts.
Gross.
I seen that.
Wow, Rob.
So, yeah, I'll check with Jason. I know he doesn't have much in it. It's got a centered 741 case, I think.
Nothing wrong with a 741.
Yep.
I mean, if you had to do the measurements and math,
Isn't the 741 the one without the crush sleeve?
Yeah.
You just have to set it up with shims.
41 and 42 are like that. But if you sit down and actually do the math, because everybody gets stuck on the big one, 489, there's really not that much difference.
Just a tapered pinion.
Yeah.
I have an empty 741 case. Just the chunk housing itself.
I can't remember if I got any extra 8 3/4 stuff. I basically got rid of it all.
Didn't you have, Jed, did you say you had a bunch of 8 3/4 gears, ring and pinion sets up there?
I've got a bunch of extra ring and pinions. They're all just kind of on the shelf with all the old junk big block heads that nobody wants to buy anymore. So we just have to match them up. Let's see. I probably do have a couple extra ring and pinions for 8 3/4. I know I've got a set in there somewhere. It's like 530s or something.
530s?
Probably. I don't know. I have to look at them. I don't. That part of the shelf is kind of like shelf hell because nobody wants anything off that shelf. Nobody wants to buy iron big block heads anymore, so they're just stacked up like cordwood.
They're going to want to buy them when they find out they can't get Edelbrocks ever again.
That's true. I'm glad I have them all.
Hey, have you got any close chamber iron heads? I'll buy them off you.
Yes, those are all gone. Well, I might have a set of 516.
I have a set right there. Close chamber iron heads right there. I'm pointing at.
Close chamber?
I'll go grab them.
915? You don't have to grab them. It's fine.
They're probably 5/16, which it's literally just a single valve. The intake valve's a little bit smaller. And if you're going to replace,
could I have on the 5/16s? Could I have just larger valves installed?
Oh yeah, a lot of guys do that. That's kind of how you
If I ever do change the heads again on my Charger, it'll be to some closed chamber heads.
SRNMB.
They need to be cleaned up, but yeah, closed chambers.
What's the number on them? 915 or 5/16? 5/16. All right, we'll talk about it.
All right.
I also need at least one wiper pivot for my dart, so we'll definitely talk about that too. I was thinking I probably need to. I think I have another bad freeze plug on mine, so I'm thinking it'll be easier just to pull the motor, to clean it up, repaint it, and change the freeze plugs. because probably need to change all the freeze plugs because at this point I can't trust them.
That's kind of what I was afraid of, man, with 8 3/4. That's why I went ahead and went straight to Dana. I went from 8 1/4 to Dana 60 because I wasn't going to trust 8 3/4 with all my horsepower and torque in a full size heavy B body in a 4-speed. That's a lot of. That's a lot of.
I sure didn't trust a 4-speed behind it or an 8 3/4 behind a 4-speed. Why should you?
That's a good point.
Yeah, well, big block at least.
Yep.
Heck, my brother broke twisted an 8 3/4 out in his Roadrunner, and it's only 500 tire.
Wow.
Wiper pivot?
Yes.
Trying to keep.
I haven't seen the transmission yet, so I might need a linkage. I might need a linkage arm or two, depending on if they're broken or just popped off.
Tom Hughes, I don't know if we stated the problem yet, but the Dana that Brian was going to acquire ended up being longer than it was supposed to be, straight out of a truck, and it was supposed to have a track lock, and it was open, and it doesn't spin at all. It's basically not what he was going to buy. Yeah.
It's a table now.
It's crap.
That's what I said, table.
Yeah, your table's at least good for something.
Yeah.
Dana, you take it to the junkyard. I mean, that one. I'm with you, Jed. I live only about 30 minutes from Mosier, and by the time you take it down there, if you just have them narrow it and put axles in it, just that's $850.
Yeah.
And that doesn't get you, that doesn't get you a gear set or center section or anything like that. So. And
then the money spent, upgrading it and setting it all up. If you can't do it yourself, and I looked at it, with Strange, you get their housing, and their housing is so much better than a factory deal because they got those spanner nuts to adjust the preload on side to side.
Yes.
And Strange, they're really freaking cool to deal with.
Jay, are you guys going to Indy?
We were planning on it.
Okay.
Patrick, I know you'll be there.
Might work something out with that.
It's easy for me.
And we just meet up at Indy.
Yeah, I'll talk to once Jason's done driving truck, I'll give him a call.
Okay.
So he gets done probably out in 9, I think, and see what he's doing with it. It's frozen in the ground right now, but unfortunately,
that happens.
So, but yeah,
I gotta go. I gotta take the rear end off those leaf springs. I gotta take upper control arms and spindles and all that shit off of this car. Go out, put it on that parts car so we can roll it up on a trailer. I'm gonna do all that in this frickin' weather, but
yeah,
can't pass up free shit,
Yeah, exactly.
When it's 8 degrees out, you can.
I'll throw the coveralls and the Carhartt on and go out there and do it.
Yeah, it's about 20 mile an hour wind right now. It's like, wow.
Ooh.
Took the trash out, and I said, I know the guys are going live, and I thought it would be cool to go across the street and get inside the trailer and turn a bunch of lights on inside the trailer and do it from inside do a lot, jump on your live feed from inside the trailer. And I'm like, no. Got the trash cans at the end of the driveway. It's like, I'm turning around, I'm going back.
I don't blame you. Right now, man, we are just hanging out. The Dana went south, so we're just going to sit here and hang out. Anybody's in chat wants to come hang out in here. Just got to have decent audio, decent video, and no background noise. Pretty please.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brian. I sound like I'm taking over. Ooh.
I don't care. Oh, actually, it's not that bad in here.
As you pull down your sleeves.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of something.
There's getting a blanket.
Heck, I'm up here in t-shirt.
It's getting kind of toasty in here.
I got that propane heater sitting right in front of me. It was getting kind of warm sitting down there by that Dana.
Ooh,
I'll be back in 1 second.
1,000.
Do 1,000.
So
Hey,
speaking
Jay.
of Indy, right now it looks like we got a room full of people except for William. I don't know if William's going to Indy or not, but Jay, you guys said you was planning on it.
Pardon me?
Planning on going to Indy?
Yeah.
Got a room full of people in here all going to go to Indy. I can't wait. It ain't that far away either.
I know.
Michael?
I know the clock is ticking quick.
Anybody go ahead and have the flyer?
Jed, William stole your cup.
I stole your cup, Jed.
How dare you? Okay, I've got 2.
Jags got this to me freaking fast.
You're welcome.
I was not expecting to get it that fast.
That's why you choose Jegs, because we're number 1 in the industry for speed and accuracy.
Speed and accuracy. Yep.
Kind of
Exactly.
disappointed it's only a single wall and not insulated, but it's still cool.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
No.
No, I cannot do that.
No.
I've got
No,
a guy,
it's
I've got an old dude telling me to do the same thing. No, I'm not going
The only thing that would be worse than that would be to say a Ford 9-inch.
No, the only thing worse than that is a Chevy 10-bolt out of an S10.
Yeah, but
A Ford
let's be
Ford
realistic,
9-inch
that
would
might
at
get
least
silly.
still a Ford 9-inch would at least be would at least still be in the realm of possibility if
Well,
the
I don't
axles he
know.
wants is not available.
I've seen guys, those 8.8s, they're pretty strong. I'm not going to put it in my Mopar. If I was building if I was building a V8 S10, you're damn right. I would go to the junkyard, get an 8.8 and put it in. Because they're plentiful.
Part here.
They're plentiful, and all you got, and it's real easy to make them fit like something like that.
I'm sorry. I was under the impression this was a Mopar chat.
No, it's not all Mopar, Chad. It always turns
Sorry,
out.
Chris. You knew you were going to get burned at the stake for even saying that.
Yeah, Mr. Chris from Talking Mopars.
It doesn't even sound right.
I think he's trying to start drama. Now, Unity, I could understand Unity saying, yeah, why don't you try an 8.8 in there, because he's a Ford guy.
If you simply look at the torque figures that any Mopar, I don't care, a 318 puts out compared to a 302 Ford or LS, or that's what kills them. It's like 8.8s hold up great, but look at everybody that's running an 8.8 anymore. That they leave all lazy. They 60 foot in the high 1.6s, high 1.8s, whatever it is. They're not shocking it and beating on it like a Mopar does out of the hole and all that torque and all that twist and all. Yeah, it makes sense in a Mustang because the car is so light, but that Duster is so much heavier than a Fox body notchback
Yeah.
that it'll just twist it right up. It makes perfect sense.
Cut it out like I'm doing it. I'm expecting the car to weigh every bit of 3,000 pounds. Even gut it out to race weight, it's going to weigh every bit of 3,000 pounds, if not more.
How much you gotten out of it, Brian?
See, that's the other thing. I'm not really getting that much out of it. I'm putting interior back into it.
He's going full Uncle Tony with the whole saw.
I could.
With the roof.
Nothing's lighter than a hole.
No, but I'm taking stuff out. Like I'm not going to have wipers. I'm not going to have
The Swiss Miss.
the heater box. All that's coming out of it. All the stuff that race cars don't need.
You should be around 2,800 pounds then. That's what my Duster was before I started putting stuff back in it.
Well,
You need some hair gel there. You need some hair gel though, Jed?
3,000 pounds.
No.
I figured 3,000 pounds if I had to go back with all steel. If I could find fiberglass parts like fiberglass deck lid and hood and fenders.
Yeah, mine only had a fiberglass hood and fiberglass front bumper. Like I said, I was a 2820.
Which is something I'm looking for. And I know because other people watch this VOD, I am looking for one fiberglass fender. I have a fiberglass fender that came from somebody in here, a roundabout.
Yeah, roundabout.
So which side do you need?
Passenger side,
Passenger side.
the grandma side.
You know, I should ask the guy that came from. He might have the other one hanging around at home.
Because I mean, it actually, I've had it on the car. It actually lines up and fits. It's perfect. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it right now. It's right there.
I wouldn't mind getting another passenger side fender for my Dart because it's not the original one, and it actually has a spot for the fender mounted turn signal. So I would like to find one that doesn't have that, and somebody else that actually needs that fender can actually get it.
What's wrong with fender mounted turn signals, dude? That's awesome.
I'd like to have
That is
fender
awesome.
mounted turn signals on this. I think that'd be fun.
Fender mounted turn
I
signal.
love them on my 71 Satellite.
Super
My
cool.
first car was 71 Satellite, and it had the fender mounted turn signals. I love this thing.
I forgive you, Chris. Nobody can be perfect.
I love the 73 up, the giant fender mounted turn signals. I've just always liked those.
Yeah.
I switched my 72 over to the big ones.
Now, here's a question, because I've seen a couple of cars. Did they mount those on the hoods too? On some of those? Have you ever seen a car where they mounted them on the hood?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Charger.
Only,
People
only
put
on the
them-
Chargers.
This is a Satellite or a Roadrunner or a GTX 71. I saw somebody had stuck them up on the hood. I was like, that doesn't look right. You know, it's like, I don't
Yeah,
think
no.
that's where that goes, buddy.
Looks like long range, like windshield wiper squirters.
Yeah, oh yeah, it looked like super industrial military windshield wiper squirters,
Balake is in the house.
like a water jet. What's up, Blake?
Now we just need Aaron and Jaqueline. Be nice.
Dang it, Rob.
You're welcome.
What kind of lead time did they give you on getting your engine done? You said it's at the machine shop, right?
I'm searching for pistons. I
Gotcha.
could probably have it here in a couple of days if I can find a good set.
Yeah, I was curious because you hear horror stories about machine shops not being able to get a hold of them. That's why I was kind of curious, or get to them. That's why I was curious.
Oh no, this guy that I got, he's got. I
What
like
about
my
all those
machine.
pistons I've sent you, Brian?
What do you mean all the pistons you sent me? You never
I sent you like 200 sets of different forged pistons.
No.
You kept
What
telling me
do I
you already
have-
got them.
What do I have from Jet in here? I've got a Scott Speed Shop sticker.
You got one of my valve covers.
I've got an awesome fucking valve cover.
Most of the stuff Jen has given us
I've
has not
got-
even been for us. It was we were delivering.
Yeah, how many things I delivered to Tom for you?
Anybody else want more pro?
Stuff I've gotten from you, Jet. Everything I bought from you, I think I've ended up selling because I changed my mind back and forth too many times.
It's true. That's okay.
I still need to take the.
Show me the demon carburetor.
Oh, the demon carburetor?
Yeah,
I
so
still
can-
need to take that alternator pulley off my Charger and send it to you, Jed.
Oh, I ain't worried about it anymore. I got it all fixed. I appreciate it though.
Do not say anything about the feed line.
Oh no,
No,
is it that fake AN stuff?
It's cheap ass feed line on here. Here,
Oh
let me
no.
move this.
Magna Braid, Spectra's finest.
Spectres. I could
Fuel line would be better.
Poor carburetor.
There's the demon.
Oof.
What do you need to see? What do you need to know?
Show
Why
me
is it
more.
upside down?
It's all over the place.
Does it have any numbers on? I can't remember how Demon does their stuff.
I have done extensive checking, and Barry Grant did not put numbers on his shit.
Carbon
Okay,
braid.
what numbers on the bottom of the butterflies?
Yeah,
They were always a
172?
cool looking carburetor.
I want that one because it's an early demon before Holly butt fuck demon.
1.69.
169s on both sides. Both primary and secondary.
I'm looking. Yes.
I kind of need to know the throttle bore diameter and all that other stuff, but I'll just do what Google says. I still want it because of what it is. An earlier demon.
The only number I've ever been able to find on this thing is it had a 7 on top of it somewhere.
That's fantastic.
It's got a P and an S on the float hole.
They always do.
Dude, that reminds me of so many calls that I've gotten at work. Man, I got this casting number off of this part. Okay. What's the number? 3.
What else? No, it's just a 3.
That's the same guy that says, "Hey man, my car's going bugga digga ugga digga puh." What's that mean? I don't know.
I mean, it runs like crap.
You're on the phone. You're on the phone, dude. I don't know what's going on. Good times.
Well, I still want the demon, Brian, regardless what size it is.
All right. You know, the thing is, all the other ones that I've seen that were 750s had bigger boosters than this.
That had down leg boosters, didn't it?
Yeah, they go down. They're down, leg down.
Blake, since you missed it and you're late to the party, the Dana has turned into a 4-alarm dumpster fire.
That's a down leg booster. Anything bigger than that's called an annular booster. Annular boosters wouldn't be in a carburetor with that kind of choke horn, more than likely.
Those are down legs.
Yeah. No cat.
And I know there's no huge vacuum pod on the side of it.
We haven't told John. Raise the roof. Whatever that is.
Told John in chat.
I don't know.
Throw up a link. Whenever you see new people, they just pitch that link up there.
Hey, Brian,
I'm gonna fill the son of a bitch, huh?
what color you going on your car?
Red.
Not red.
Triple red.
It's
Red with red stripes, red interior, red engine,
hot black.
which means Rust-Oleum semi-gloss.
Yeah.
Or
The finest
What's
tractor
the
supply
name
paint
of it?
has.
or John Deere Blitz Black tractor paint.
That actually is a nice color.
That is.
Nice.
I'm really thinking about the Blitz Black.
Black on black.
It's not nice.
Even
Oh,
TJ
yeah.
says,
Well,
look, even Paul John says
Actually,
red.
it's gonna have purple in certain places too. So
You know what two colors go good
Too
together,
easy,
Brian?
dude. Oh my god, dude. Purple
Red
and
and
purple.
We can have a black. You can have a black with a purple stripe.
No.
I
Red
might put
with a purple tip.
dumpster right here in purple.
Paint just the front part of the duster purple and the rest of it's red.
No,
Give you a couple of endless
red
lines
feelings.
and things.
Okay, Blake says pink.
I would rather the car be pink, even though pink is.
We can arrange that.
It's kind of pink right now.
It
I'm
is.
never getting a pink flavor
Right
off
here
it.
it is, right here. Why is Bondo flesh colored? I just noticed that.
Because Bondo is people, like Soylent Green. It's ground up people.
It's got.
They call it body filler. Why do you think they call it body filler? Otherwise, it would just be sheet metal paste.
It should be sheet metal paste. It's got yellow parts.
Purple wheels with red letter tires.
No,
Not yellow.
I can't
I'm not
see
getting
anything.
purple wheels. I may not even need to. I may not even use the wheels I got. I may be doing a bunch of stuff for no reason because I may want to change wheels.
I have those 15 by 12 Super Trick.
No, you need those. You know
Yeah,
what
I'm
I-
not getting rid of those.
I counted up one time. On my Charger before I settled with those Magna 500s and now these center lines. I went through like 6 or 8 different sets of wheels before I was finally happy.
Blake, I was actually thinking about that at one time, just doing a wrap on it, but
I've got
that's
a
more
great idea
expensive
for
than
that.
tractor paint.
Coast, West Coast.
I'll design your wrap.
Huh?
I'll design your wrap.
No,
I already got it picked out. I
don't want penises all over my car.
I think Blake's got it figured out.
Cop wheels on everything.
Hey, if I could
Thank
get
you, yes.
Viagra, yeah,
Jay, all day.
that shit right here.
What's that?
Police car wheels all day, man. Every day. Steel wheels, chrome lug nuts, or if you're fancy, dog dishers. That's it. That's all you need.
Yep.
I'm more of just a plain steel wheel over cop wheel. That's just me.
Stella's got plain steel wheels with the intent of running the bottle caps, and that failed miserably. So now it goes A12 style, where the lug nuts holding the wheels on are nicer than the wheels. I highly recommend Magard. And if anybody's looking for a lug nut, get a Magard wheel. I promise it's jewelry for your crap wheels.
I love Magard lug nuts. I need to get another set, Rob, for the new wheels for the van.
Holler. I got you.
Yeah.
I just get Dorman locking lug nuts from O'Reilly's.
No, William,
Buy
invest
once,
in
cry once,
Magard.
dude.
You'll never buy Dorman again.
Buy once, cry once.
Really? What is
They're
that?
really good lug nuts.
You don't want that kind of Chinesium metal on a good car.
No. Like the Megards are so stout, like it feels like if you hold them in your hand and then hit a guy, he's not getting up for a while.
Yeah.
They really do. They're significant. It's nice.
Especially if you have Unilug wheels. Those washers that come in the Dorman ones are real thin. They bend. Those Magard ones are so thick. You ain't bending those. Mopar Maniac is a sweet freaking deal. I'm kind of mad I wasn't on eBay. $26 for a 10,000 Jones Moroso tack.
William, you get a good deal on those too, by the way, man. Don't mess around with those Megards no more.
You mean Dorman?
Man, that's what I meant. That's what I said. What I said.
He
Said
said
Megards.
don't mess around with those
Okay, yeah,
Megards.
don't mess around with those Dormans anymore. You get a good deal on the Megards. I'm sorry. I'm tired.
Okay.
I drank a Pepsi. I'm a little loopy.
Pepsi makes you loopy? What? Drink more. Where'd mine go?
It's different here in Ohio, man.
Ohio Pepsi is different than St. Louis Pepsi?
Yeah, because it's much more gooder here.
I don't know. When I took this out of the refrigerator in the shop and opened it up, the top half of it froze.
Is that the
Because
same
you're in
Pepsi you left at my house for 6 months?
Huh?
Is that the same Pepsi you left at my house for 6 months?
No,
No.
No,
I
we
drank
got rid of that
I
one.
drank that one when I came over to the
Yeah. I
And it
didn't throw
froze
that
'cause
Pepsi away.
It froze because you're 5 miles from the Arctic Circle, man. It's cold out there in the Midwest that apparently I'm not a part of. We should take a vote. Everybody here is in the Midwest. Am I a part of that or no? Because guys like Indiana and Ohio, apparently, according to the guys way out in the middle of the world, say that we're not Midwest, but everybody calls us Midwest out here in the far east.
I don't know. Ohio's pushing east.
Rob, do you want me to bring up other fallacies that you're trying to spread?
Say that again.
You want me to bring
What?
up more fallacies that you refuse to believe?
No. I sent you the map. This is Kansas. Oh, wait, this is Kansas. Jay, there's some crap on your wall in your shop there, dude. Can you mind wiping that off?
I would not mind it if I had something yellow to put there.
You know what? These guys got my email. You send me an email, I'll fix that real quick.
I would not have a problem taking it down.
Cool.
I just have a problem with mine up.
Somebody send him an email so I can.
I'm on it.
All right, thank you. I just can't. I can't abide by that, man. I'm sorry. The world looks better in yellow and black. It really does.
I guess that means I have to take that same sticker off the back of the Charger, right?
Yes. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
you do, but don't. Otherwise, it'll get done with a rock and Charger glasses expensive. Well, I wouldn't do it though. I'd sub that out. Just kidding. Never kidding.
Is that the Z Mint one, Rob?
Not that one. My work one.
Okay.
The easy one, the one that's right there on my business card. Give him that one.
Yeah.
Jay, give him this. Yeah, that one's easy, isn't it?
That's way easier. I don't know why I don't use that one more
I
often.
don't know either.
Except the business card is kind of wedged in there, so
You know what? I gave it to you to do with what you will. I did not ask to know what you do with it. So,
these are really nice business cards.
thanks, man.
You didn't make them. Why are you taking credit for it?
Because I have them, and therefore, by proxy, they're mine. They got my name on them.
Order mine from Vistaprint.
My work.
They're actually really nice cards.
My work just keeps showing up with them at my desk with them, so I have to give them away. So
You don't want to stockpile them.
no, because then you're not doing business.
Exactly.
It's weird.
One of the best ways to grow your brand is to have a card and hand it out.
Oh, that's all capitals. Better be
I hand
correct.
out. I don't know how many cards I've handed out to random people and random conversation.
I don't hand out my business card anymore just because I don't need people having my cell number.
Well, that's why you have two different cards. You have
Thanks,
one
Jed.
card you hand out to people to show your YouTube channel. Then you have another card that you give to people that has your phone number on it. That
Oh, dude, I
you
don't-
actually want having your phone number.
I don't want any more people knowing about my YouTube channel. I'm pretty happy with the size it is. In fact, I wish it was smaller. So, anybody who's on the fence whether or not they like my YouTube channel, go ahead and unsubscribe, please.
I wish I could double subscribe.
No.
That's
I
the
have
thing
no
about it.
subscribe.
Well, you could always make two channels and then subscribe on both.
I didn't ask for a logical way. How? I just said I wish.
I'm just telling you, there's a way. You
I
can
know.
make 1 million accounts and then subscribe all of them. So
Oh, dude,
so Jed's got 1 million.
16 email accounts.
I've got a new way to
Do
get to the
anything.
no-name nationals. All I gotta do is create 500 accounts.
There it is. That's strong. Somebody needs to ask Will, if Wilburn, if that's in the rules or not, because rules are meant to be bent, and I think
if
that's
it's not in the rules, that means it's live.
But
Dude.
he said at least 500 subscribers. He didn't say who the 500 had to be.
I'm on it because, man, I tell you what, there's all this editing. I have a whole new appreciation for how long people edit a video.
It's kind of intense. Jay, did you
It
get
There
my,
you go, Blake. There's the card.
What's that?
did you get my message on Facebook?
I did. Thank you.
It usually takes me about, depending on how in depth my video is, it usually takes me about an hour and a half or so to edit my videos.
I'm doing a
And I-
15-minute
and I-
video, and I'm in it for about 6 hours now.
And I edit all of my stuff on my phone.
But it's my first one.
I still find it easier on my phone.
I can't do that. I don't like my phone enough.
What do you guys use?
I use
Pardon me?
Cyberlink. I use Cyberlink Action Director on my phone. I freaking love it. I've been using it for years.
What do you use, Jay?
VN.
Is all this stuff on Android and all that, or do you have to be one of the Apple followers?
VN is on. I have Android. I believe VN is, I believe, on Apple as well.
I don't. Apple is why I ask. I don't want to have to.
Yeah.
I'm not that cool or whatever it is.
Me neither.
I'm not that smart.
Yeah. No. The one I use, it's kind of nice because you can put B-rolls and stuff in there.
Cool.
I've tried other ones and you can't do that. So
See, I'm using Filmora.
And that's also on Android, or is that on the desktop?
That one there, I am using it on a regular PC, Android, but it did have Mac on it.
See, because
I
frankly,
I
I'm the
usually
only
know
one
who
here
we
without a YouTube channel. So, and I've been thinking about it because I have a perfectly good car to sacrifice for it, but and GoPros, but I don't have a computer. I just use my cellularized communicator. So
Mhm.
I'd like
You
to.
also have a bird who gets cool ass pancakes. That's just
My bird does get pancakes. Yes.
it's adorable.
I don't know how.
If you started your channel and incorporated your bird with your videos, that would get you subscribers.
My bird is a prick, dude. He's a never asked
Exactly.
for a 12 never
People
asked
like
for a 12
people
inch
like
prick. He's gonna
asshole
get a bird.
birds. People like asshole birds. So that combined with the car and starting the channel with it, it'd be a hit.
He's even named after a car too, but he's a jerk, dude.
Hey,
One
buddy.
thing I like about doing it on a mobile is I'm not the type of guy that can just sit and I can literally walk around everywhere and edit a video
Yeah.
where I'm tied to a whatever I'm sitting at to do a video. And so a lot of times what I'll do is I'll if I record on my GoPro, I'll just transfer everything right over to my phone, download it on my phone, and then edit it there.
I have literally done it so long on my phone, it would be weird trying to do it on the computer.
Yeah.
Rob, are you kissing your bird?
No, I'm not. I'm whistling at him.
Give him a little tongue for me.
I have a device that I found that plugs up to my phone that I can plug up the micro SD, I can plug up flash cards or standard SD cards, and it's just a USB-C plug that plugs into the bottom of my phone, and I can take the memory card out of the GoPro into this device and then copy directly from the memory card to my phone.
Oh, okay.
A lot faster. A lot faster.
Slick.
I never even thought of that.
Yes, they are not that expensive. I think I got this on Amazon. It's like I forget exactly what it's called, but yeah.
And then you can export from there as well, I suppose.
Yeah, and you can take off your phone and put onto other memory cards or flash drives. It is so freaking nice. Not having to wait 45 minutes to an hour to transfer videos from the GoPro to my phone. This is a lot faster.
Yeah, because one thing Jason and I were doing a video this weekend, and he had his GoPro on his car. I had the GoPro on my car, and he basically just gave me his SD card. Well, I can't link into his GoPro from my phone, so now I'm locked into doing it on a computer. That would require me to sit, and I'm not very good at that. So,
Sorry, guys.
We used to have a cockatiel a long time ago, and I miss that sound.
He's got a cool name.
It's got to be relaxing sometimes.
Sometimes, and then the rest of the time it's mostly shit and feathers.
Yeah, just a search on Amazon or Google, whatever, USB-C micro SD card reader.
Okay.
And you'll find whichever one you want to get. And you can actually get an adapter to go from USB-C to USB, and then you can plug it up to your computer. Unless your computer has a USB-C plug on it.
Yeah, it doesn't. I have some ancient laptop that I bought used off Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. I installed a dash cam on my RAM, and I can take out the memory card from the dash cam and then put it into this device to plug into my phone to download the video, and then I can, if I needed to, I could just take the adapter, put it on this thing to plug it up to my computer to also transfer it too. So having one of these for your phone when you do video editing is really nice.
Cool. I will be picking one of them up because that's slick. Then I noticed you could get little flash drives. I noticed this at Walmart roaming around the other night. You can get, they got flash drives. You can just plug right into your phone with a C drive.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of neat. So
Very
There you
helpful.
go, John.
all this technology, so exciting.
Yes.
I had to buy a whole system so I could work from home, and I figured it might as well do something else than other than just work at home, work from home. So
Right.
the 27-inch monitor, there's no way I'm ever going to give that up.
Yeah.
My first modern computer was had a 17-inch widescreen laptop, and I'm never getting anything smaller.
27-inch monitor. That's what you guys are on right now.
Oh, nice.
I mean,
Hi.
I had to actually look. I had to Google today if I can hook my laptop up to a TV.
Yeah, if it's got HDMI.
Yeah. Most
That's
modern laptops do. It's super easy, and honestly, some modern laptops can actually do it wirelessly too, if the TV has the proper capabilities.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
On your TV, you can do that with it.
But a cable is more stable and frees up processing.
Sure.
Jay, check your phone.
What the heck does he want? I'm gonna get.
I'm trying to make Rob happy here.
make me happy, Daddy.
Got it, Jason. So, yeah,
You
no, I
really
appreciate
said,
that.
Rob.
That'll work out tremendously.
What's up?
You said that, didn't you?
I did. With the SD card adapter thing.
Better now, dude.
Hey, Jay, Jason needed a passenger fender for his 66, didn't he?
Yes.
I thought that's what it was. I've got a driver that's semi-converted into a 67.
He's in chat right now. Just ask him. Unless he wants.
I really wish I could stay longer, but I got to get some rest for work in the morning.
Don't lie, dude. I see you on PlayStation.
All right.
Priorities, man, priorities.
Well, it says he's playing Grand Theft Auto right now.
Actually, I was playing just before I got on here, and my friend said, "Hey, your friend Dirt Devil, Dust Devil Garage is on live right now." He said, "It's okay. I gotta go. I'll play with you tomorrow."
You gave us video games for my live?
Yeah,
That's love.
just for a little bit. And I don't usually jump in lives during the week, so I just figured I had the time. I could jump in for a little bit
This fucking bird.
Shut up, man.
and show off my new haircut.
Nice.
I don't like my hair getting long because my hair is very thick and it affects my my hats fitting right. So I like to keep my hair short.
Me too.
I like to be beautiful, William. I refuse to get my hair cut.
That's why I asked you if you needed some hair gel. You were just like
No, I don't
styling
put
it
gum
earlier.
in my hair. Like,
My brother one time put so much hairspray in my hair, my hairline hurt. Seriously, my hairline hurt from how much hairspray he put in my hair.
I don't put
But
anything in
that pales in comparison to the one time he put way too much Paul Mitchell wax in his hair.
What are even these words you're saying?
My brother
No brands, dude.
sprayed a whole bunch of the Paul Mitchell hair wax in his hair.
You can only get Paul Mitchell shit in the salons, man. You got. How are you dropping names like this, man? What? We need to talk.
This is probably 20 years ago or more. And he scrubbed his hair with dishwashing soap for a good while and still wasn't able to get it out.
William, you're making
My
my
dad
a lot of things about you, knowing all
Something-
these names.
That wasn't me. That was my brother.
No, you know it now. You
Because he lived in the same house.
It doesn't mean anything. You know it. You chose to keep those brand names that typically only women or the fruitier men know.
I remember it because it was funny because he couldn't get that stuff out of his hair for weeks.
It's just glue.
My dad said you probably could have lit his hair on fire and it would have burned for a week.
No, I'm convinced that a lot of women's hair products is just fancy dressed up two-part epoxy. I really do.
Probably.
It could be.
It really probably is.
There's also
Right.
the time when he tried to make cookies and they ended up tasting like soap.
Ew.
The batter tasted fine, but the cooked product tasted like soap, and our dogs wouldn't eat it.
I powder coated something in my oven once, and then the next batch of cookies was awful.
Oh, really?
It tasted all purple.
Like grape soda?
They taste like purple.
Grape soda tastes like purple.
What's Brian? Is Brian really hanging that banner up? That'd be a
Yeah,
great
I
thing.
Why a little girl did that I lost?
The eighth inch. Everybody loses that eighth inch. Okay.
I had it in my hand.
Dude, it's over here on the cowl. I see it.
What?
He's pretending like he
I
was.
like the cowl. On passenger side. Come on. Warmer. Warmer. It's on fire, dude. It's right there.
He's got to be
A little
kidding.
bit this big. How do you see it?
Brian, you're the one looking, dude. I mean, you're the one looking. I got you to look for it right there. I was just trying to bring you back into the show.
In there. I don't know.
What
Well,
you
I gotta
looking for?
get going. I'll see y'all later.
All right, William.
Have a good one, sir.
Enjoy
Hey,
GTA.
Oh, the
Hey, Brian.
show, talking.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you believe me? You guys saw. Brian, believe me that the blade was right there on the cow.
That's pretty sad.
That's next level awesome. I win. I do like that wall.
I was gonna hang the banner, but now I'm just gonna sit back down.
Dude, you don't have to hang that banner up. Jay
Yes,
needs
he
to move
does.
his camera just a little bit over, but other than that,
He has to hang it right now, Rob.
Oh, I'm good with that.
I was wanting to do it for entertainment value, but
Are you gonna fall
my
great?
fat ass fall off a ladder.
All I get, Jay, is all I see is just the S of death. That's all everybody sees. Should be
There
a
we go.
Jay thing.
That's better.
Yeah, God, I owe you a beer, man. That was great.
At least now we have Yellow Shelby in the background.
I'll buy you guys. I'll buy you a beer at Indy. Hey, yeah, I'm going to Indy. Don't let me buy anything.
I'm gonna make you buy everything.
I don't need anything. That's the thing. That car doesn't need squat, dude. It needs to be driven. That's all it needs.
Are you going to go down to No Name?
To what?
No Name Nationals?
No, I'm not cool. I don't have a YouTube channel. But
Huh?
I don't have a YouTube channel, actually. I'm just a guy
I
that
know.
sells a lot of parts.
Yeah, but you can show up, Rob.
Not in Stella. I'll show up in my Acura, but I won't show up in Stella.
Why wouldn't you drive Stella the whole way?
I can't keep Stella low miles if I put 5 or 1,000 miles on it, dude. I haven't driven my car 1,000 miles in 3 years.
Brian, you're forgetting that Rob is in freaking Ohio. He's almost Canada.
I don't care. I don't care.
I do share a border with Canada. I can't lie.
Keeping miles off a car is like not having sex with your old lady to keep her tight for the next guy.
Amen.
I do that. Wait, I can't see a hand. I do that. I like to
Here's-
protect my
here's-
investment.
I'm stalled out on that car, honestly, man. It's not that I don't like to drive it. It's not like that I don't appreciate it. And it's not that I don't want to pile the miles on, man. But it's like so dead nuts perfect that I feel if I do, like I had to do a wheel cylinder on it. And it broke my heart that I had to cut the bolts off of the back of the wheel cylinder because, they wouldn't turn. And I just feel like anything and everything I do to this car is just going to absolutely go completely off the rails. I'll go full Amtrak with it, and either go full Uncle Tony spec and drilling holes and seeking tens and all of that stuff, or I'll just destroy it beyond its value, which I hate to say, but a 4-door car that nobody cared about is slowly going to come up in value. They already are, because you guys got all the 2-door stuff, and everybody threw away the 4-doors, and I found this Cherry 4-door. Well, I got to keep it kind of cherry, because that could be my retirement. I don't know. And then I think, well, why don't I just do some fun, goofy stuff with it and start a YouTube channel with my friends? But I'm not that cool either. And then,
you just need to buy another car so you don't have to mess with the low mileage one.
I have 2 cars. For one guy, 2 cars. Well, actually, I don't have kids. I don't have a wife.
Yeah,
I
man, I'm
You
starting
got
to
the reasoning right there.
a whole
No
lot
kids,
of
no wife.
I've got like 11 muscle cars at my house.
All right. So here's the other thing. I don't have I can. Yeah. Stop making sense. It's messing me up.
I got a really nice 71 Charger I can sell you.
There you go.
Really?
Beautiful SC car.
Is it flip up headlights or
Oh yes, SC. It's got everything you would ever want.
It sounds like it.
Triple
What
black.
color is it? Oh, Jim. And you live close to Moser, so I kind of have a vague idea of where you're not far.
I'm only about 3 hours away.
Yes, you are.
Local car. I know a whole bunch of history on it. Know where it was sold new. 383. 4-barrel. Performance axle package.
You would probably want a mint, dude. I have to get a
Not
loan.
cheap, but it's
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah, I bet it's not cheap.
Until I started it, it hadn't been started since 1998. Last plated in 1989.
Wow.
It was a true barn find. I did not find it. Somebody else did, but at least they got pictures of it when they pulled it out of the 100-plus-year-old.
That's better.
Yeah.
When they pulled it out of the 100-year-old schoolhouse, had been converted into a garage. The garage door fell off of it, and then they just boarded it in there.
If I had what I think you're probably asking for, which is, I'll say, good money. Yeah.
I paid good money for it, but
I'll bet.
I think the only thing it was missing was the air cleaner, which is
Oh,
71
that's a
only.
deal breaker.
Yeah, and that deal's off.
I've got one.
God, I love those fuselage cars, man. Like I would go full on RT clone with like the spoiler up front. And actually, I probably wouldn't change a damn thing the more I sit and think about it.
You put a spoiler on the front and put a spoiler on the rear deck lid, but it doesn't. It doesn't. It's only got 103,000 miles on it.
Wow.
I
Still
put
got the
black
original interior in it. It's
That's
sitting
what I
outside
practice.
right now at my buddy's house. Yes, Jay, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I interrupted you.
No. You didn't interrupt.
That's what I learned how to parallel park in one of them things with that big ass C-pillar.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
only
the
thing it's worse is the
can't see
Duster.
What's that?
I said the only thing that's worse is the Duster trying to park with it. You can't see diddly out of either side or the back.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you jack them up just a little bit. My car's horrible. I'm going to put a backup camera on it.
Yeah, my dad had a 71, and just like you were saying, it had whoever got it before him had wicked overload springs in this thing, and it just had a meat stack in it, and it was sitting like this, and that's when I learned how to parallel park it. Quite interesting.
It probably didn't even have a passenger mirror.
It didn't.
Yeah.
It had a driver's side mirror that didn't work as great as
They're teeny,
very
man.
good.
That's what I want in Indy for that car. And I told Jed this. I want a matching passenger. Here's a unicorn. Matching passenger side 71 to 3 B body remote mirror that matches my driver's side one. I've only seen the thing in pictures, and
Which
that's
is
in
not the
movies.
sport mirror.
Huh?
It's not the sport mirror either, which
No.
is easy to find.
No, it's the Chintzy Cheesy corporate mirror, like when they went to the Chintzy Cheesy corporate side marker lights. Same idea. But it's its own thing. Like regular two-door B-body stuff doesn't work, and E-body stuff doesn't work. And I'm not drilling more holes in that car. I don't need to.
It only takes 2 holes.
It's 2 more than a half.
Why can't I visualize what that looks like?
It's that
Because
really
you've
weird
never
looking
seen.
one. 'Cause it's not the older one that has the spear on it.
No, it's a real dude. The angle on it is really obnoxious. It really is. Like it sits really low on the door, and the angle of it is just ignorant. And the reason you're not picturing it is because it's not a very common car. And like I never saw one of these cars till I bought one of these cars, and it's a very weird situation. And I sell this stuff. And everyone that I see, nope, doesn't work. Nope, doesn't work. Jed and I have scoured for hours trying to figure it out, and short of going to those sport mirrors, which no, I'm kind of SOL and JWF. So, again, unicorn search. There it is. Indy, here we come.
It doesn't. It's not similar to like a. Just out of curiosity, because now it's going to bug me. Like a Cordoba.
No.
Yeah, that'll be too angled.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like if you the closest you're ever going to see it is if you see like an old episode of Dukes of Hazzard or like the first Michael Keaton Batman, where it's got the old Monacos and those the 75 and 6 coronets and all. They have passenger mirrors, and that's what I'm after. But unfortunately, they all got wrecked because of them Duke boys or the Joker. So, but no, it's actually a pretty cool car.
Rob, I know where there's some of those cars at.
Oh yeah.
I cannot get to them until the weather gets better, but I'll get there. I'll look for you.
Okay. God love you. Thank you. I know Uncle Tony's car has one.
Yeah, well, we're gonna be at the No Name Nationals, and there's holes on it already, so you never miss it.
I mean, that would be.
Wait, Tony.
Huh?
Just be like, Tony, you want to save a little bit extra weight?
Yeah, can I take that? Yeah, can I take that passenger mirror off for you?
Yeah. And all the cabling and the bezel and I don't even care if I have all that. I'll just, who cares? It has to go on. They're all talking about the race in the chat. I totally derailed this thing. I'm sorry.
I don't know what Ruben meant by poke the bear.
Talking to Balake. Look at that banner. See, Jay, that could be you. Look at that.
I would have no problem with it.
Yeah.
Really
The only reason I have that is because they sent me free shit for a car show.
Okay. Wait.
Otherwise,
okay.
I've never purchased anything from them.
Cool. God love you. So we've had this talk before. Well, not you and me personally, but Jed and I have. So the car show package that they sent you, what did that consist of? Well, obviously that banner. Then, did they give you any other stuff or what?
The banner, I believe, a boatload of stickers. Boatload of stickers. The like the car show sign up plaque or papers.
Yeah.
Bags. They didn't send any catalogs, which I found was odd.
Yeah. Hats?
Jegs sent me catalogs, bags, stickers,
Hats?
hats,
No banner.
which I don't have any more.
I'll fix that.
Thought I had some.
I'll fix that.
I think that was it. There may be I can't remember if Haggerty sent me the little Klingon "Don't touch my car" things.
Oh yeah.
Haggerty sent me some stuff too.
Yes, James, that is best kept secret. That's no longer a secret. I don't smoke on camera.
I just was curious if we had a better car show set up than I thought we did, but it's nice to hear from the masses. So
yeah, Yeah, that was about the biggest thing. Otherwise, like I said, I think it was the papers. Like I said, I thought it was weird that they didn't even send any catalogs.
That's odd.
Yeah.
I'll get something figured out. I want to see if I can get something sent for no name. I need to learn more about Jeg's affiliate program. What is a Jeg's affiliate program? Talking Mopars. Let's find out. What is that? Boy, I look like I need classes when I look
No, Rob, you just need a 27-inch monitor to see what the people are saying
I
on it.
was a 54-inch TV, and I'm sitting here squinting like it's 6 miles out. Like, oh my God. Well, I stare at computer screens all day. I got 2 very large monitors at work too, so that may have something to do with it. So that's why I can't see. But I've hooked the computer up to when I work from home, I hooked it up to the big TV, and it was nice. Like really nice. Wow, don't ever want to go back to anything ever again once you have a monitor that large, man. There's just no point. There's no point. Down a little bit, Ryan, on the left. Like I put a banner on my website or something. So I got to see who I can get in touch with you about that. I don't know if that's something that they would do or not. I'll ask. I know I have plenty of people to ask, so I'll see what I can find out for you. Brian, it looks awesome, dude.
It's still crooked.
It does.
I can live with it.
How about now?
I wish it would have hung up there. It's upside down.
So crooked.
I don't give a fuck.
But it's upside down too. We got power tools out for this. That's way to go, Brian. Thanks, dude. That's awesome.
If only I could
We
hang
got drywall anchors and
that damn big banner's too big to hang up in my garage.
they are a large by huge banner. Yeah.
I don't have any space
Over
for it. I'd
to
rather have
247,
take some
Brian.
carburetors.
Nice.
Well, John Wilburn's got the count. Hey, there you go. Asking John Wilburn. Patrick had it. Yeah, most oil parts and rust had a great idea. Rules are meant to be bent. Ask away, man. Can you do it? Can you have 500 channels with 1 subscriber to start with that?
No. I was just gonna create 500 accounts and I'll have all those accounts subscribed to my channel.
See, that's 500 subscribers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not breaking any rules.
Okay.
Didn't say nothing about them being active.
Unmute me.
You've been unmuted. We heard everything.
Ta-da!
Looks awesome, dude. It really does.
Looks way better than mine.
I do a Mopar plaque. I gotta move that.
I'll fix that, Jay.
It's crooked. That's all right.
Jed told you it was.
Give a fuck what Jed says. Jed says shit just to fuck with people. You know Jed.
You
I
brought
like
me.
Jed.
You asked me to join this live to give you my opinion on the Dana.
Yeah, that was fine.
So what if I've been fucking me on the Dana and the Dana's actually a sweet deal and I'm just trying to get you to get rid of it to derail your project?
But that thing's got 430s in it and a shirt. Yeah, no, it's junk. That's junk.
Yeah, it's no good.
I
You don't
said,
want
Jed, just remember, after he gets done with his car, is my truck.
Oh yeah, we should all pitch in on our truck.
We just need to get Brian so sick of his car that we can go straight to Sherry's truck.
I'm down for
That
that.
ain't gonna happen.
But Sherry, will you paint it red?
Possibly.
If it is a little red, it will stay red.
What if it's not a little red? Can we paint it red?
No, it won't be painted red.
I don't think it's your truck, Brian.
I think I'm the one working on it.
Excuse me?
Boom.
I could be the one working on it. You know how to do body work? I don't either, but.
I forgot to put a video out today. I got to look at comments. Whoops.
Well, how about that?
It does look pretty good up there.
Told you.
It's crooked as shit.
I think it just sags in the middle. I don't think it's that crooked.
No, it's crooked.
No, it's not that crooked.
No, it looks fine now.
You see what Mopar Man 1978 says.
Happy wife, dude. At least that's what I'm told. I'm not married.
Oh.
I tend to believe that's a crock
Sometimes
sometimes.
they're not a crooked word.
So what?
I
tend to
drilled
believe
the
that's a crock.
concrete for you, Rob.
Happy wife, happy life. I
You
think
noticed
that's a crock.
that I had to drill into concrete for you.
Oh, you didn't see because you were too busy drilling into the concrete that I applauded you for drilling into the concrete, dude. Well done. You couldn't hear us because you were drilling into concrete.
I would really much rather have wooden walls, but hey, you know.
Yeah, your security deposit is shot, dude.
Oh, they don't give a fuck.
Oh, Blake's got a point.
That's fine. Plenty of time.
He's got 247 days. He's good.
You know,
Way to be logical, Blake. You said you're getting sick, man. That the Dayquil and NyQuil must be. Man, that clarity's shining right now, bro. It's bright.
I don't see no progress on the nacho. This thing's got as many gears as the nacho's got.
The Jegs banner looks good, dude.
What's that?
I said the Jegs banner looks good up there. I don't mean to give you a hard time, Jay. I'm sorry, dude. You say you don't ever. Do you buy stuff from us?
No. Well, from Jegs I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So I'll be able to find you and I'll be able to set you up.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Kind of like that banner.
17 people here watching this just bullshit. Oh, here, turn that camera on, please.
No, you stand in front of the camera. That's how this works. Oh, okay. I gotta show the boss something.
Brian, you got to do something on the car so that way Blake can't say you haven't done anything on it.
Get a piece of sandpaper. Just start working that C-pillar with a piece of sandpaper, bro.
Yeah, I told the car. I told it to fucking straighten up. Quit being
There
red.
you
So just go to TSC and get some paint.
I'm like everybody else. I mean, there's some crazy people that are working in this cold ass weather, but most of the work we're going to see done on people's shit is going to be done when it warms up. I guarantee once the weather warms up, Blake and them got a video out every other day showing more work done on their shit. So will everybody else.
Blake just said the car will be fine as long as Jeremy doesn't drive it. Those are strong words. Strong words.
You just had bad luck with motors. Come on.
I don't think it's the engines that are the problem. It's the components therein.
I don't think it's the components that are in them. I don't know. He just had bad luck. Everybody's had the cam problems. You can't blame that on Jeremy. Everybody has had the cam problem.
I've been blaming that on the COVID, and I've explained how that works, man, why that
That's why
is.
you trust comp cams right now. You got to stop trusting.
Blame that on comp cams.
Well, the people that make the lifters for them.
I need a comp cam banner to burn.
I can't just send those.
I've got some old the holographic competition cam stickers. If they
Those
say
are cool.
competition cams, I like that name a lot better. Makes sense.
Jed, when I gave you that little 340 sticker, I only gave you one of them, didn't I?
Yeah, it's still sitting on my toolbox.
Fucking sucks because you got to find another one.
Oh, they're easy to come up with. Actually, they're actually surprisingly easy to find. I think there's a guy in eBay.
I was looking for the guy that was selling them because he had I would say 8 totes, 8 full-size totes full of stickers, and he bought them for $300 at the beginning of the show. A guy came in with him, and he said, "I'll give you $300 for all of them."
Dang.
And yeah, that guy made out like a bandit. But I guarantee he still got some.
Well, Mopar, man, I like working outside, and I choose my days. There are nice days. When it's 30 degrees, I'll be out there working and stuff. I mean, everybody's different, so I'm not going to fault you on not having a shop to work in, but I don't think the shop is going to really help you all that much because it'll still be cold in the shop.
Yeah, it's still cold in the shop. It's not like I got a heated shop here. I'm running a propane heater right in front of me right now.
In fact, most days it's colder in my garage than it is outside.
I remember vividly working in my dad's rock-filled, clay-covered driveway with hard-packed snow in my coveralls with a torch, slicing the rear axle out of a Ram Charger. Then it fell down. I had a jack stand here. It was an incredibly solid truck, thank God. We blew the U-bolts out of it. Then the truck started sliding.
Oh no!
I was on the passenger side. It started sliding, and it fell, landed on the hook of the jack stand, right in front of the rear wheel well.
Ooh.
Had that jack stand just not been sitting there, it would have severed my leg. Well, not severed my legs, but broken. Yeah. Somehow caught it right on that jack stand and held the truck up.
Wow.
I do need to do that. I need to order some jack stands because these are Summit jack stands holding this car up right now.
Hey, Rob, we'll be calling you tomorrow.
I bought them before I knew you, Rob.
It's fine.
We'll
It's
call
okay.
you tomorrow.
I'm there tomorrow. You shoot me an email.
Spray paint them black, Brian, and put a Jag sticker on them. I do that all the time.
Just to make Rob feel better.
So my Cam Degree kit was from Summit, and I put one of the big Jags decals right over the Summit name for the videos. Because I don't want to buy another one.
Just,
What about Eastwood? Can I buy stuff from Eastwood?
I agree with you on if you're just running like LA heads, the TTI headers are expensive. Only reason why I bought them was they were the only headers for a W2 headed small block that would clear the Miloden pan, supposedly, and a comb ship. Only reason why I bought those because the headers I needed, they were the only people. That was the only option I had. I don't know if I'd buy them for just a regular A body. Unless it was a really nice car. $1,100. Oof. I didn't even pay that much for mine, but mine were bare.
sounds like a bear.
I don't trust those coatings. I'll just paint my headers white.
I was just going to mention I have TTIs on the Dart. They were on it when I bought it, but they were virtually brand new when I bought it. And it took about 2 years, not even, and the coating started flaking.
Oh,
Coating
Okay.
started flaking. Now it's flaking / rusting. Yeah, it didn't last.
No, you didn't buy coated headers, Jed. You bought the bare steel.
yeah, I bought bare ones because $800 for a set of headers is God plenty. And I already know how to make the white paint stick, so screw it. In fact,
Yeah,
both of those headers have been sitting in the trunk for over a year now, and that trunk is not sealed at all. Like water gets in there, headers are still full of paint except for where I scratched them when I ripped them out. That paint's still
Yeah,
in place.
you got a video on how to do that, right? Get that white
Yeah,
paint.
I made sure we.
Really, it would be any of that header paint, right?
Huh?
You use the header paint, right? The stuff that's supposed
Yeah,
to
yeah. I
be.
use the same old like VHT white header paint
Yeah,
that everybody
VHT.
burns off. Yeah.
Because I believe headers are supposed to be white, just like I
Header
believe.
should be white to me.
What do you guys think? Okay, here's I'm gonna bring up some controversy. Do you guys see Mopar Joe's video today?
No.
I did.
The customer on that, what was that, a Belvedere or a Fury? What's he got?
Cornet, 65 Cornet.
Hey, can
They
someone
wanted
clue me in?
him- Huh?
Can someone clue me in? I haven't watched the video.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
They wanted him, and he did it, to black out the engine bay.
No.
He
Fuck
did.
no.
He did.
I wouldn't do it. Tell him to get the fucking car out of my garage.
I don't know. I would do whatever the man paying the bill says.
No, I wouldn't do it. We're working on a Mopar here, not a freaking Chevrolet. I wouldn't.
We
do it.
just blacked out the engine bay. He painted the aprons and the fenders and the firewall black.
I think he painted the whole firewall up to the separation between the inner fender and the outer fender. Painted, and the bottom of the hood even he was painting black.
I mean, the customer is always right, but yeah, that's not what Dodges have.
No.
That's hard to undo as well.
Well, they painted the motor red, so.
Well, then you could then I know you
And the
like.
car's red. The car's red, and I didn't even say anything. If it was me, okay, I'm painting the engine bay black. Look, oops, I got some on the fenders. Just gotta fix that. Get rid of all the red on that car.
Red's a great color, man. I mean, I don't know how you talk so much smack on red when your car's going to be red. That's your car's name. It's not the knuckle duster. It's red.
Red Rocket.
Wow,
Red
Jed just will
Rocket.
not let it go.
Mopar, man, I have preached that one since day one at work, man. That stuff is great. It works awesome if you don't have the rosebud life like Jed does, man. It does a really good job, and it does come in white. So yeah.
You can always bake them in the grill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burger tastes funny.
Just use the neighbors.
Yeah.
Better idea, yeah.
Smart.
I like my neighbor anyways.
And if I'm going to spend $1,100 on a set of headers, they're going to be made out of stainless.
Yeah.
Fair point, yeah.
I've been eyeballing the kits that stainlesssteelheaders.com has for small block. Of course, I'm turbocharged, so.
Yeah, you gotta have weird headers, don't you?
What was that, Brian?
They don't make a set of small block turbo headers, do they? You just gotta make your own stuff, don't you?
Heck, all I did was I got a Magnum manifold on it's a driver's side manifold flipped onto the passenger side, and then a passenger side shorty header for a Dakota. That's what I have on my setup.
Wow.
Then you kind of got to just connect the dots.
What motor is that?
318 mag.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There's one guy I watched a video last night. It was you talk about working out in the cold. I don't know where this guy's at, but it's Dark Freak 75, I think is his channel.
Yeah, I've been watching some of his stuff.
And he's out there working in the cold, and the car don't run. He can't even drive it up on the ramps because it's so slick. He's in a stone driveway. I mean, geez and Pete. It's like, dude, I'd wait until summer or at least spring.
Wait a couple months, dude. A couple months ain't gonna hurt.
But
Use that time. Do what I'm doing. Use the cold weather time to accumulate parts.
Yep.
And when it gets warm, you start working.
But he was using, instead of putting 340 manifolds on his, he had the 92, 93 big tube, big hole Dakota manifolds on his car.
Yeah, I've heard about
Because they were
it.
cheap compared to a 340 manifold, a good one.
I'm debating back and forth on what I'm going to do for heads. I'm really thinking about seeing what it'll do if I just port a set of Magnum heads.
Mopar Joe has a really good video on that.
A set of performers. Those fully
I
formed.
mean, yeah, they not. I mean, they're not going to be as good as some of the aftermarket heads, but it'd just be interesting to see what they do. What do you run on your Magnum?
Shock heads.
Oh,
Boost
yeah,
doesn't.
boosted, yeah.
Yeah, Boost doesn't care. It would be better. I've got two sets of two different kinds of aluminum heads to put on it, but I can't see putting really expensive heads on an engine that still has stock pistons and stock rings in it.
Yeah.
Because something bad's eventually going to happen.
What
Probably
kind of times are you running with that car?
1138 on 20 psi.
Damn.
122 mile an hour with a 323 gear and a 30-inch tall tire. It makes steam.
Holy shit.
Drive it on the street at 2,000 RPM at 60 mile an hour.
So thank you, because Jed is such a you finally are seeing the small block light, dude.
No, I just don't like turbos.
He's moving small block.
I don't mind.
Reluctantly.
I'm not a turbo guy.
No, that's impressive, dude. And the car. What's the car? 3,200 pounds.
Yeah, 3240 with me in it, and all my helmet and jacket and all that kind of stuff, and a full tank of E85. I'm still running. I actually took the car and converted from a fuel cell back to a fuel tank because I wanted the spare tire well.
That makes sense.
That's cool.
Yeah, it needs a bigger tank. I can only get about 75 miles in 13 gallons.
You need to do a good walk around video of it,
Yeah, like I said, the problem is it's over in the barn in an enclosed trailer with a tarp on top of it.
Gentlemen, I'm going to bounce out of here. My audio is getting all screwed up. So,
all right, we'll talk to you later.
All right, Jay.
Hey,
have a good one, gentlemen.
Send me a message about that 8 3/4.
Will do.
All right.
Will do. And then I'll send an email to Mr. Jags over there.
Gotcha, bro.
Have a good evening.
See you
hey,
guys.
guys.
See, Jed, now you need a turbo Jezebel. Now that you know. Actually, that car probably has way too much compression. Turbo your Duster.
His Duster's going to have too much compression too.
Yeah.
Turbo the van. That van with a turbo. You want to talk about a mess? That would be hard to do.
Oh yeah, you'd have to do remote mount those.
But then it would do wheelies.
You should actually see the size of the turbo Dad brought home from work. It was literally thrown in the dumpster at work. It's a giant, like off of the shit Dad works on, like big Caterpillar machines, big rock trucks. The bearings are like brand new. There's nothing wrong with the turbo at all. They just threw it in there for the warranty bid. Don't know what we're gonna do with it.
Take forever to spool up, but it would be cool to put on something.
Well, weighs that's what Larson did. He read the rules and he had, I think it was 118 millimeter turbo on his Caddy because it gave him a weight break because they were giving him crap about his truck being, not long enough because the bed was shortened.
Yeah, they're like, you can't run 2 turbos, so they put one on there that would suck up a small child.
Oh no, it could get a child that walks. I mean, that thing was huge. I think it had like an 8-inch inlet or something crazy like that. It was a big one.
Yeah, off of a train or something like that.
I think it was pulling tractor.
I like that car he's got now. I actually like that Caddy of his. I really like that color.
Turbo the Crawler.
Yeah, Turbo the Crawler. That would actually be pretty strong, dude.
It's got steel pistons in it, so.
Oh yeah. You don't have to worry about detonation.
Oh no, you don't have to worry about detonation. It just doesn't break anything.
Right.
Except for the crank, maybe.
No, that crank is stout.
I bet that's forged.
Yeah, that crankshaft in those T20s is actually set on ball bearings, front and rear. There's no main caps or anything.
Yeah, the diagrams for that stuff is nuts, man. The stuff you sent me, that stuff is crazy, the engineering. Like, they built it to last through 2 world wars and the next nuclear apocalypse. Maybe even Jesus coming back, man. That thing is strong. It's nuts.
Yeah, that's why I like that stuff.
And what's the compression on it? Like 5-to-1? See, it's begging for boost.
Yeah, but it only runs to about 1,500 RPM.
So what, man? At that
Really
RPM
small
and that,
turbo.
yeah.
Well, I only got one giant ass turbo, so
No, don't use it. That needs to go on like your dad's truck, work truck.
I don't know if this might be about the same size. No, it's huge. I don't know. I'm not going to put a turbo on my throttle because that's going to create a nightmare for throttle and everything else. I just want it to be steady.
Michael had tried to put that turbo on the compensator.
He doesn't know about it.
Oh, he doesn't know about it.
He didn't know about it.
Once
And
he
he
knows
did just buy head studs. That'd blow the head right off of that, though, that inch.
Yeah. Well, the compensator actually already has head gasket issues. Michael's never taken the head off to fix the head gasket.
He just bought all that stuff from me, or bought all that stuff. They bought new head studs. He bought.
Yeah, he's never done it.
He just bought the new truck.
Well, the cousin who was going to help him knows diesels, and he's built a lot of diesels, but he's apparently not going to help Michael. So that's
Michael still have another truck for sale? Or
The
he's
yellow
upset?
one?
The yellow one, yeah.
yeah, it's still for sale. The guy who's going to buy it isn't going to have the money till like next year, apparently, which has been almost 2 years since he agreed to buy it. So I actually need to get a hold of Tall John and be like, hey, you can buy the truck now. Or whoever else in here wants to buy Michael's truck, the one.
I'll trade it for a 4-door.
He doesn't need another car, Rob.
He needs a car. All he has is truck.
It's because he likes
There's nothing
trucks.
wrong with that. I went for a long time, all I had was trucks.
Mhm.
I was building a truck before this ugly red fucker came into my life.
It's not red, it's pink.
I was going to build, remember when Jed
Red
met me, what was I building? I was going to build a 440 Dakota, which I still would like to do someday.
Can we all
Jet
just
Rehab.
remember when Brian references his Duster, it is called the Red Rocket?
No,
Yes.
it can't be called that when it ain't red no more.
But it's always going to be red.
No,
You're not going to leave it patinaed?
no. If it was any other color, honestly, if it was any other color but red, I would have left it the way it was. I just can't handle red.
Fridge full of red striped beer,
Red Rocket.
red stripe on a black car. Red would look good, man. You really should keep it red.
No. No.
Like candy apple engine with Bondo smoothing it all out, making it pretty. Like
Paint
boycotting.
Stella red if you want something red.
Huh?
Paint Stella red.
Then it wouldn't be Big Yellow Stella. It wouldn't rhyme. See, I can't do that.
Paint it red, put a big block in it, it'd be Big Red Rocket.
No, because your car's Red Rocket. You can't have two
No,
cars.
Brian, you've already got the Red Rocket,
Yeah.
and you're leaning against it.
The only way,
No comment, Jed.
when I'm done with
Wow.
the only way anybody's going to know it's red is they go back and watch my videos.
He does look pretty cozy, leaned up against that big old. I'm not going there.
Well, guys, I'm going to jump off of here. It was great talking to you and seeing all of you.
You
All right,
too.
I'll talk to you later.
Likewise, man.
Yep. I'll got some more work to do on the video. Maybe tomorrow night.
Well, get her going, man. Look forward to checking that one out.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the whole history of the Duster. So, and unfortunately, Jed, I'm sorry, but Dick Landy painted the underside, the underhood of my car black, and it's going to stay black.
It's fine. If Dick Landy did it, it's perfectly okay.
But yeah, so I don't like it, but because it should be engine or should be body color, which on that car is Basin Street, but the car originally was like a super loaded out California Duster, A4 silver, air conditioning, power steering, power disc brakes, space Duster even.
Wow.
And it had some kind of side trim that I've never seen on a 73, and it's real late production, but it's all gone now. They took all that stuff off, and which is kind of a bummer, but
Yeah.
I'll trade
well,
history for originality almost every day of the week.
Oh yeah, especially that kind of history. That's you can't get that anywhere else.
Yeah, there's a special clip in the video just for you, Jed. It's when it had the Full House 13 1/4 to 1 solid roller cam 360 in it, and boy, that sounds good. I forgot how good that sounded. I've listened to that probably 10 times now. But I just took that out. It's sitting over there. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm not going to do anything with it.
That's probably a good thing. Just keep a hold of it.
Yeah, because there's a whole magazine article on them building that engine. So
That's freaking sweet.
yeah, it had some problems when I got it. I included some pictures where supposedly it got into the tranny shop, was getting trans work done to the 904 in it, and they said it was running bad, and so they put different valve springs on it. So we did a whole ton of research, and it ended up that the valve springs that Dick put on the engine, the specs they published were wrong, and they later amended them, and he solided out the springs, and they broke. So when they were at the tranny shop, some of the springs got broke, and then they committed the ultimate sin. They actually had put big block Chevy valve springs on there. So those are 1.850 installed, and they put them on an engine that has a 1.650 installed.
Oh shit!
And it broke one of the retainers. About a third of one of the retainers broke off and went down inside the engine, but it didn't drop the valve. So it made some marks in there, but it didn't get into the cylinders or anything. So when I got it, it was like that, non-running. Had the oil pan off of it because they had the retainer out of it, or the broken retainer. And we fixed all that, and it still ran. Man, it ran like a 11-17 in the quarter. So it wasn't slow still, but that was, like I said, that was 456 gears with a 30-inch tall slick. And while that was really fun to take to the track, I wanted to go fast and still take it into town.
And still have a freaking budget lap afterwards.
Well, yeah. I originally bought a X block. I was going to make a 450 plus cubic inch small block.
Damn.
And put in it.
Well, you said X block, so.
Yep. And then the X block was junk. Somebody sold me a block that had been supercharged or nitrous to the moon, and it had actually cracks in the main girdle area.
Where'd you get that block from?
Antioch, Illinois.
Okay, it wasn't. I don't know. I know one of my buddies around here had an X block that had some issues, and he sold it.
I bet it went to this guy because it was a 4-bolt main block, and it was still stock deck height.
Yeah.
But I think it probably traveled from around that area, probably up to Illinois. It wouldn't surprise me. That thing's a giant paperweight.
Yeah, so you said 1850 install height. That's actually what my buddy Rodney wants us to set our springs up on those W2 heads.
Right, because you got the long valve, so
yeah.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah, I can't remember if I gave Mark those specs or not. I got to call him and be like, Mark, do a full mock-up with a 30,000 stick head gasket. Get me push rods because I'm going to be lazy on this build. I literally just want to assemble it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's been almost 3 years since I've actually put an engine together because of cancer and everything else. So a 340 W2 engine's quite not the one I want to be like, okay, we're going to do all the idiosyncrasies on this one. No, I want that to be the prototype. I want to fuck it up.
There's gonna be some. I think there's gonna be some fun involved with those W2s.
Those heads are the only reason why I'm building a 340, and I want to see if a 340 is up to the challenge. Everybody always claims it's some great mythical engine, and if I'm going to build one, I'm going to build one the best possible way with W2. Screw X heads, screw J heads. We're just going to go full balls to the wall with the best head ever made, at least iron, at least. And
right.
Give it a shot.
So say you could have put the Indy W2s that are aluminum on it.
Yeah. The price I paid for my W2s with those rockers, I got a screaming deal on my heads, and they're like new.
Sure. I understand why.
Yeah. Originally, I wanted the engine to look completely bone stock, but that stupid Mopar W2 tunnel ram is going to ruin it.
Yeah, but it's gonna be cool. We just gotta find you an extra hood.
Yeah. I don't know about X blocks and NASCAR.
They I don't know if they did them in NASCAR because I went and I did a bad thing. I found an NOS X block that's unbored and it's smaller than a 318 bore. The actual bore on is 3.852, and I ended up buying that. And now I don't want to cut on it to put it in the car.
I wouldn't want to cut it either.
It's original. It's got zero rust on it. It looks. I mean, it was cast in April of 1979. I mean,
Wow.
the thing's 10 years younger than I am, and it looks perfect. And so I couldn't do it. So I did literally this last weekend. I bought another X block that I'm going to get this weekend, and it's a 4.045 bore, so it's 5 thousandths bigger than a 340, and they said it'll clean up at 4.050. So it looks like I'm going to build a 341 cubic inch X block, which unfortunately now is making me question my choices of, I've got two different sets of aluminum Magnum heads, an original Mopar set that says Mopar on them. It looks really cool, but they're still, they still are, got Chevy rockers on it, and then a set of Edelbrock Magnum heads. And I'm like, man, I'm really starting to think I want to get rid of those and then go to like a 360-1 or the Indy W2. And
I know a guy who could use those heads.
What heads?
He's not even listening.
You guys start talking the numbers I don't know nothing about, and I just kind of what?
This is why you don't get the good deals, Brian. You don't listen.
Start talking numbers, and he just starts thinking how pretty the color red is.
So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do yet there, because I don't want to make something that is unstreetable, because that is the most important part.
That's exactly what I kept in mind with my 340, was keeping it streetable, everything.
Right. So I've got to be able to jump in it and drive it to Indy. So that's 2 hours away. Now, granted, I don't have enough fuel for that, but that's a problem I'm working on.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons that spare tire well, I think, is going to be so important. Think auxiliary fuel system.
You're gonna need 2 fuel tanks, basically.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a custom fuel tank underneath, and then JRA Racing had some Works 20-gallon fuel cans, and they're the right size to fit down in the spare tire well.
Wow.
So it's kind of like, if I want to stay E85, I could do that. Now I'm eventually going to be flex fueling, so I can go from E85 to regular gas, because that would make it a lot easier to drive around, because then I don't have to cart all the E85 with me.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Because I'm injected. If I was when I decided I was going turbocharged, I decided I was getting rid of the carburetor. So
if you got any carburetors you want to sell, I'm always in the market to buy.
I know you are, but I still like carburetors. I'm going to do a big block at some of the videos I'm going to shoot later this year. I've got a 67 Bell 2 that I'm going to put a 400 big block in and put twins on it with a carburetor.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And I'm going to put the
I
turbos.
don't like turbos doesn't mean I can't get into someone else's build. Everybody else.
And it's going to have a Dana 60 in it, because I'm not even going to mess with the 8 3/4, because the goal is 1,000 tire.
Yeah, you're gonna need the Dana for that.
I got a Dana 60. I'll sell you right here. Oh.
No. I already know. If I wouldn't have been on, I would have still watched the video. And quite honestly, you're too far away. I'm not getting a Dana that far away.
Anyway.
I can probably buy a Dana for a couple $100 local, but I don't know if it'll end up with a Strange 60 or not.
If you want to get hooked up with Strange, you get a hold of me, man. I'll get you a hold with Dave there, the guy who helped me, and we can see if we can work something out between my channel and yours, because they worked with me when my channel was like 12,000 or something. Like, I guess that's still a big number.
Yeah, you're still pretty big. I'm at like 30.
Well, I mean, they're still like, they worked with, I think, that Joe at Simpson Speed. I think he bought a Strange 60, so they're willing to work with people. But I was gonna say, it's on your new old stock X block. I've been looking for a pair of those Mopar YW2 covers,
Yep.
and a buddy of mine on Facebook offered me a set for like $650 or something like that. But they were new old stock, and I was like, I can't buy these because the holes aren't cut in them yet. And if I bought these things, I would literally just put them on a wall, and then they're worthless to me. He then sold them for 800.
Right.
So I need to find me a pair of them valve covers because I just want them.
You should have bought those, Jed. Send them to me. I'll drill the holes in them and I'll send them over to you. That way you don't feel bad about it. Because
There's a pair that's local to me. A really good friend has them, but he won't let go of them for nothing. I'm gonna do my damnedest to get them out of him.
I also have a friend. It's in Pennsylvania that has a set that he's thinking about getting rid of, and I'll put a bug in his ear.
I want them.
His are used, by the way, so they'll be perfect.
That's what I need. I don't want perfect covers.
I understand. I'm the same way. I bought when I had the full house, the Race 360 in the Duster. I went out and found one of those little unsilenced air cleaners for the chrome ones, the all chrome ones. It doesn't have the breather in it not for the breather, just a little round unsilenced air cleaner.
Yeah.
And I found one of those in chrome in a direct connection box that was NOS.
Oh wow.
I bought it, put it on the car at one car show, and when it got back home from the car show, I took it back off the car and put it back in the box, and that's where it's been.
Damn.
It's like
I got one of those on the yard dart, and then Mancini was actually blowing those things out. They weren't direct connection, and I got a brand new one in the parts room. Now it's nowhere near as nice as that old one,
right.
but it's still a chrome unsilenced one. I think it's pretty cool.
The one I've got has got the direct connection see-through red and blue sticker on it.
That's way cooler than what's on my dart.
And it's like that's one of the reasons I put it back in the car, back in the box, and kept it in the house. I didn't want to leave it out and have rodents on it or anything like that, because if that gets damaged, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I don't blame you, Patrick. Do you got my contact number, like my cell and stuff?
I do not believe so. I don't even think I picked up a card when I was down there at India. I apologize. Hey, I brought you the blue steering wheel.
Yeah, I know. It's actually still in the garage.
Yeah. I watched the video. I'm like, hey, that's the steering wheel I gave Jed.
I keep meaning to hang it up somewhere, but I keep forgetting.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Guys, I'm gonna duck out here real quick. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's no problem.
I got work in the morning. Thanks for letting me be a part of it as always, y'all.
Oh,
No
yeah.
problem.
Good evening.
All right, guys. Talk to you later.
See you, Rob.
My email's in my descriptions. That's at
Okay.
Charger Jezebel 70.
Yep.
Shoot me an email and I'll get you my number, and we'll make sure you get a business card this year and a couple stickers. Those will be with me.
No problem. Sometime I gotta pull a Jed, and I have one of those YN 6-packs.
Yeah.
Mine's polished.
Oh God. Are you gonna use it or are you gonna sell it?
Oh no, I'm going to use it. I had two. I bought another set. I bought another one that had carburetors on it. Mine came with no carbs, so I bought another setup. Sold that intake so I could keep the carbs. And they are the mechanical.
Oh, the real ones?
Yes.
Yeah, I sold my set. Those original ones. I had a guy offer me a little too much money to pass up on, so it's like, you know what? Screw it. I'll sell the originals.
Nope, I'm keeping them. They're going on my 520.
Those sound kind of like the factory mechanical 6-pack seems a little small for a 520.
Yeah, I might do something on the outboards, and they might not, or the inboard. I'm gonna probably put a 500 on the inboard.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. Find a 4412 and that'll solve that issue immediately.
Yep. Yeah, I just gotta get it. I gotta get this blue car squared away, and then I'll be off. Work on the blue car. Work on the red car. Work on the other red car. I got to keep up with that some blue 70 out there in Kansas.
Well, it'll be going together here fairly soon. My hydraulic throw-up bearing is on its way back, so.
Yeah, I need to work on my red 70 some this year. It's been setting too long.
I know your pain.
Yeah, I've owned the car since 05 and I haven't done anything to it.
Okay, I don't know your pain.
Yeah. Well, it could be worse though. My 67 GTX, I tore it apart in 1990. It's still apart.
I wasn't born yet.
I know. Well, that was a father-son project, and then Dad got cancer and passed away, and then
Yeah.
I got married, moved out of the house, built a house, got a job going, and it sat until 08 when Mom finally moved out of the house, and then I moved it up here, and it was like, man, am I gonna? My wife is yelling from downstairs that I'm not supposed to blame it on her, and she had nothing to do with it. It was entirely me.
That's great. That's fucking
She's watching downstairs.
That's amazing. Oh, it's funny.
Now I hear laughing. So yeah, I didn't work on it a whole bunch, and then I moved it up to my house. I was only about 10 miles from where I grew up at. Brought it up here, did a bunch of work to it in 2013, and hey, guess what year I bought that blue car?
Yeah.
2013. We've been on it hot and heavy since then on that car, because the goal always has been low tens, street drive, air conditioning. Oh, and I want cruise control too. If you're gonna do it all, do it all.
That's true. I mean, kind of pick your plan and just rock with it. And I do got to address this. White Trash Motorsports, you can go too big on a carburetor. You can actually hurt yourself and hinder your entire build by going too big on an engine. What you got to, sorry, Patrick, I got to go on this.
I know.
As far as a carburetor goes, fuel is the thing you can change. Air is always air. You can't change that in a carburetor. Your engine's only going to suck as much air as it really needs. You can change the fuel. So you really only need an 850 if you're talking big RPM and big flowing heads. You know, if you've got a bone stock 360 and you throw an 850 double pumper on there, you're going to be slow and slobbery and just bad. You put a 650 on there, it'll be wicked. So
Yeah, it's all about air velocity.
Yeah, so going too big, I mean, if bigger was always better, then Hollywood only make 950s. So, and as far as looking at this build, 360 J heads, Hughes cam, 202. Depends on how big of porting you're going to go, what kind of pistons you're going to run, what kind of, well, air gap intake right there tells me dual plane, so you're not going real high RPM. I'd say 750 max, just going off of that.
650 if you really want it to drive nice.
Yeah, I mean, a 650 is like Jezebel's engine has two 650s. It's 500 inches, and I know it only makes 634 horsepower, but two 650s. I can't tell you how many small block Chevys I see with two 750s, and they're only making 500 horsepower. You don't need that big. But yeah, I would say a 700 would probably be ideal. It depends on what your cam specs are going to be and your flow numbers on your heads. There's a lot of things that go into really picking the right carburetor, and it's kind of a headache sometimes. That's where companies like Allstate, when I was picking the carburetor for Jezebel's engine, we sat down with my actual cam specs, my head flow numbers, my valve sizes, every spec of the engine. And we literally picked jets, just me and I think it was Jerry at Allstate. And we just guessed at jet sizes basically based off our experience. And we actually got really close. My machinist told me I wasted $500 going to the dyno to tune it because we were that close. So
$500 though, at least you knew then.
Yeah, $500, and we actually found out we could run less timing and make more power. So
Worth every penny then.
We took like 4 degrees of advance out of the engine, and we picked up like 10 or 15 horsepower.
Yeah, my brother's 520 that makes 500 tires only got a 850 HP on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not always about. Like, I know guys who've got 950 HPs and they've got like 99 series jets in there and they're wondering why it's not fast. They think they need to go bigger. And it's like, well, if you actually went back, you would be fast.
Yeah, that's where an O2 meter really comes into play, in my opinion. If you're going to put any more, it's, I mean, an a good O2 meter is, $200, $250
Yeah.
maybe, and just put it on, tune the car, take it off, and set it and forget it. I mean, once you do that, the car should be good forever.
O2 gauge or not O2 meter. What am I trying to say?
Well, probably an oxygen sensor, an O2.
Yeah.
You're not going to put EGTs in every single header tube. That's what they do on dynos.
No.
Actually, I've been thinking about that, but my latest, I'm running like, I have a locked, well, not a locked, I have a locked distributor with no mechanical or no vacuum advance, but then I have an MSD that will, retard timing based on engine RPM. But my supercomputer, the supercomputer I've built for it that doesn't work, I can actually control timing, do all sorts of crazy things with timing, and tune individual cylinders for timing, tune individual injectors for fuel, and also I could put 8 EGTs in it and read every cylinder. Now, will I do that? Probably not, but
it would be cool to know, like,
it's tuned.
if you got like a real serious engine, you got a bunch of money in, and you're running, say, boost or nitrous, it'd be good to be able to monitor your cylinder to cylinder.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know if I'll do that. If I go to the trouble of building maybe stainless set of stainless headers, which I'm thinking about, I'm debating about that for next winter project. I might put 8 EGTs in it. I don't know.
I say do it, man. There ain't nothing more fun than making your own parts.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I know. I mean, sometime I need to post a picture of the turbo tubing and all that, because it's crazy. The crossover from the driver's side that comes across the front of the engine is really not that bad, but I've got like a curlicue there for the passenger side. Everybody else just merges it kind of, and I'm like, no, I didn't want to do that. I don't want to make it, turn a sharp corner. So
yeah, well, it's all about airflow, and
right.
Air is just like water. It doesn't like sharp bends. Mm-hmm. The more gradual you can make things, the better it will be.
Yep. Yeah, it makes some power at least. My best 8th mile time is 100, or my best mile an hour in the 8th is 100.5, so it's not slow. Now it stinks on the ET. I think that ET for the 8th was, I think, a 7.4 or something like that. But boy, she had a lot of steam at the end.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the Caltracs aren't dialed in. I don't leave on a lot of boost. I have never used the trans brake in it, which I'm just foot braking.
That thing sounds like it can really be wicked.
Yeah, you need to get 500 subs just so we can see it run.
Well, if I make it, when I make it, let me rephrase that. When I make it, when I get there, I'm going to race a bunch of people, and at the end of the weekend, I'm going to pick something really fast, because I'm actually doing changes to the computers out of the car right now, and I can only monitor up to 21 pounds of boost, and my new map sensor can read up to 44 pounds of boost.
Holy shit!
And I plan on tuning it at least on 25, because I'm not to my 10-second ET yet. And I want it, when I take it to no name, I want it to be able to run mid 10s would be, I think, acceptable on that stock piston Magnum.
I know that my buddy Daniel, he's already faster than 10s, but I think it'd be cool to see his freaking full tube chassis, big nasty NA engine go up against, well, a 318 Magnum with a turbo. I think it'd be kind of cool.
Is he bringing that?
I talked to Daniel and his dad Ed, and I gave them my full blessing, since they've both been in my channel several times. And actually, Daniel's car is in my intros. I gave them my full blessing to use my channel as entry, because Daniel's busy. I mean, he barely has time to freaking call me anymore, and his dad can't do camera stuff and all that stuff, and I love them guys to death. So I know they both want to go really bad. So I was like, Daniel, you got my permission, but by God, if you're going, you've got to show up and you've got to be cool.
Now
Well,
that's the car that
John Wilburn approved it already anyway. So
Yeah.
that's the car that you guys had video of running at Mocan, right?
Yeah, that Black Demon.
Yeah, I'd run
And
that.
that was with the old engine, not with the one he's got now. Of course, I don't even
Right.
know which one he's got now.
Well, I say I've been through a few of those 318 Magnums. I've been hard on everything,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'd make a pass with that. We'll maybe that'll be my my winter run. I'll put 30 pounds of boost on it and see what happens.
There we go.
I know what'll happen. The pistons are going to be in the oil pan, but I'm okay with that.
Stick with air gap dual plane or use air. It depends on what you're doing, Mopar, man. If you're going racing, you want a single plane, obviously. Of course, then there's runner length. I mean, we gotta know exactly what intake you're talking about, because a Torker intake is completely different than, say, a Torker 2. One has a straight length runner, one has a longer curved runner. You got to kind of like narrow down which intake you want to run. There's a lot into that, but I mean, if you're building it just to race and go fast with a stick or even an automatic, a single. But if you're gonna have any kind of low end power, street use, you're gonna want a dual plane, best of both worlds. There's a lot when you start digging into it. And what do you mean, sort of, John Wilburn?
Yeah, it was cryptic.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go get tea because I've been out forever.
I actually think we're going to end this.
Yeah.
Because I'm cold. I want to head home. I want to play video games.
Okay. That sounds like a good plan.
All right. Hold on. Let me
Have a
get
good evening, gentlemen.
I appreciate you for being here, Patrick.
No problem, sir. I'll get an email sent out to you tomorrow.
Cool. Sounds good, man. You have a good night.
Yeah, thank you. You too. You too,
Yep.
Brian.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
See everybody.
Thanks everybody for coming out.
Bye.
We'll talk to you later. Bye. Yep.